I sighed as I walked into the classroom and sat down at my desk. School felt like a total drag lately, and I really didn't want to be here now. I was just trying to tune out the teacher and zone out when the principal came over the intercom.
Lockdown, lockdown. This is an emergency alert. Please follow lockdown procedures. Go into the nearest room or building, lock the door, and turn off all lights. Wait for the all clear from school officials or local authorities. Lockdown, lockdown.
Immediately, the principal's voice cut through the silence, and my heart raced. As my heart raced, I quickly locked the windows and doors, and then I turned to look at my classmates. They were all staring wide-eyed at the classroom door, as if waiting for something to happen. I felt my nerves getting more and more tense, like something bad was going to happen soon. The classroom went silent except for the occasional sound of someone's breath or the clock ticking. Everyone was just waiting for what would happen next. The sound of footsteps getting closer seemed to echo throughout the classroom, as if the danger was nearby. My heart was pounding out of my chest, and I felt like I was having difficulty breathing. The clock continued to tick, and the silence became deafening as everyone waited for what would happen next. The tension kept building, and my anxiety rose with each passing moment. The feeling of dread was growing, and I felt trapped in the classroom with no way out. The feeling of anxiety was becoming unbearable, and I felt my stomach start to churn. I looked around the classroom, wondering if everyone else felt as scared as I did. The clock continued to tick, and time seemed to slow down as everyone waited for what would happen next. I felt helpless and afraid, like I was going to pass out at any moment. The tension kept building, and the feeling of dread had completely taken over. I didn't want this to be my last memory. The footsteps outside the door were getting louder, and everyone was holding their breath, trying not to make a sound. No one was saying anything, and the tension in the air was so thick you could cut it with a knife. The anxiety was getting the better of me, and I felt like I was going to be sick. I wanted to scream, to shout, to run away, but I knew that any movement would give away my position and put everyone at risk. I closed my eyes tight and prayed for it to be over soon. It was like a wave of relief had suddenly washed over the students as they were being led out of the building. As they were walking out, my eyes caught sight of a SWAT team running into the school. They had someone in handcuffs and were escorting him out while other officers came out with several guns and 3 large knives. The principal announced that the incident had been dealt with and that parents would be able to come get their kids soon. There was still tension in the air, but everyone was relieved that it was finally over.